Hello everyone. In today's video, I will show you a more or less pure Delirium setup on the Atlas tree and how it performs. I got the inspiration to do this by checking out the scarab prices on PoE Ninja, and I saw that Delirium Scarabs are really cheap, and I wanted to figure out why. So I created this Atlas tree. Let's quickly go over it. I rolled away some mechanics that I don't like: Breach, Abyss, Addition, Legion, Ritual, Light, and Heist. This will also not drop the Scarabs, which is pretty good. For Delirium, I take That Which You Seek, increase the chance to get a Mirror of Delirium, Descend into Madness, Singular Eternity, Compulsive Hoarder. I personally decided not to take Delusions of Persecution because my build is simply not fast enough to clear all 3 bosses. I tried it out. There's a Scarab, if you do not know, that allows you to spawn all 3 bosses. Delirium Scarab of Neurosis. Delirium encounters in area contain all unique Delirium bosses, can only be used with tier 11 plus maps. I tried the Scarab out. I personally cannot clear the map when all 3 bosses are there. I'm simply too slow. But if your build is fast enough and you have high enough DPS, I would definitely recommend taking this and swapping out a Scarab and swapping in the Delirium Scarab of Neurosis. Then I took Pathological, Paranoid Fixation, just in case if a boss spawns, because all the small nodes here are pretty good anyway. And then I took Screaming Whispers for more Simulacrum Splinters and Imagined Pursuits. Delirium reward types in your map gain +1 to count on map completion. So this is always nice. For other mechanics, I decided to spec into Scarabs. Nothing special: Skittering Swarms, Skittering Champions, and Remarkable Relics. And the last one is Amplified Artifacts. I also decided to put some points into maps, Mounting Modifiers, Still Perfection, and Invasive Adversaries. I also took all the quantity nodes over here, as you can see. And for altars, I'm sticking to Blue Altars, The Shadow of Hunger, Rampant Growth, and Eldritch Gaze. I personally also took this node on the Atlas tree: Dance of Destruction. Monsters in your maps deal 25% more damage. Monsters in your maps have 25% less life. The simple reason for that is my build is more on the tanky side, so I'm not dealing enough damage to constantly complete the map without this node. And I decided to test it out and came to the conclusion that if I want to continue the strategy, I have to take this node. But if you deal enough damage, there's no need for this node at all, and you can use the points in a better way. But yeah, that's the Atlas tree. So for the Scarabs, I'm going for 4 Delirium Scarabs of Paranoia. Delirium encounters in area generate 2 additional reward types, and 1 Delirium Scarab of Mania. Delirium reward meters fill 100% faster in area. Delirium in area increases 50% faster with distance from the mirror. As for favorited maps, I personally like to run the Burial Chambers map because of the Brother's Gift Divination card, but if you want a really smooth, streamlined map, I would always recommend either Strand or Beach. Okay, before showing you a run, let me quickly go over the cost. As you can see here, Path of Exile evaluates the stash tab at 21 Chaos Orbs. We pay 12 Chaos Orbs for the Delirium Scarab of Paranoia, 5 Chaos Orbs for the Burial Chambers map. Technically, you should be able to sustain maps in general at this point, but I wanted to include it anyway. We pay 2.8 Chaos Orbs for the Chisel and 1.1 Chaos Orb for the Delirium Scarab of Mania. You could also add another Chaos Orb or 2 just in case if you want to cover the costs for maps that you can simply not run. For example, if they have Fizz Reflect or Elemental Reflect or cannot regenerate life or energy shield. Okay, enough theory talk. Let me show you an actual run. As you can see here, I am starting with 0 gold. We are taking the Eater of Worlds, 4 Scarabs, a chiseled up Burial Chambers map, and I'm just going to use regular quantity for this.
salted ore, an exhilarating sensation of victory.
Okay, as you can see, this is the loot that I got out of the map. A couple of essences, some stacked decks, currency, fossils, decent amount of cluster jewels, some uniques, some delirium orbs, and a couple of maps. So let's go to Wealthy Exile and check out how much this stash tab is actually worth. Wealthy Exile evaluates this stash tab at 1.2 divine orbs, which is pretty good. But I cannot wholeheartedly agree with this evaluation because the cluster jewels still have to sell. It's an important factor to consider because if you get a bad cluster jewel, while the website might still evaluate it at 5 chaos orbs, it might not sell for 5 chaos orbs. That should be factored in as well, in my humble opinion. Overall, I think this is a decent currency making strategy. There are better ones out there, 100%. But if you like something simple, pretty streamlined, you can just blast through the maps as fast as you can, obviously, and just kill mobs, go for it. It's pretty cheap as well. I think 21 chaos orbs per run is something that all of us should be able to invest. For our anti-video, I looted 13,040 gold. All right, if you found this video informative, please consider giving it a like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or feedback, or even how the currency making strategy worked for you, please let me know in the comments. And I wish you guys a great day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.